Okay, if you were in my Essential Mathematics class, Stage 1, you have to complete the folio task where you've been offered a job as a telephone operator in a pizza shop taking orders, and you have to compare the two different ways that you can be paid. So you have to choose whether you are going to be paid per hour with overtime, which is called wages, or whether you're going to be paid a set amount for every order taken, and that's called piecework. So if you're anyone who is looking at comparing the different rates of pay and how to do that using Excel or using, in our case, Google Sheets, I'm going to show you how to do that. So at my school, we use Google Sheets. So the first thing you need to do, you'll be in your Google platform. So up here, you're going to choose Drive, your Drive, and go over here to the top left hand and pick New, and wait for it. You want a new sheet. So Google Sheets is the equivalent of an Excel spreadsheet. It doesn't have quite the same amount of functions and things like that, but it will do the trick. Now, so that you can find your work later, I always recommend the first thing you do is put a title on your spreadsheet. So that's right up here in the top left-hand corner. The easiest thing to do is to put your name, whatever that is, and then what the task is. So this is going to be about wages or pay, I'm going to call it. And so you've got your name and you've got pay. Okay, now in this task, my students have been given information that they then have to use to compare how much they would get in the first week of their pay given certain conditions. So the employer has provided them with information. They have to set up a table. Now the table is a 2x7 table. So let's set that up right now. Now we're in this spreadsheet that has kind of the squares already. So we're going to use those. So I'm going to left click to select that box. Now I drop it down to get 2. That's my 2x2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's my 2x7 table. To make sure that all the lines are marked, I come over here to borders. I click on that and I select the one that says all the borders. It's the first one. Okay, so pop that in. It's all done. Now the information that you need is you really need to know what week it is. You need to know the standard hours of work. And straight away we've got a problem because this has straddled over 2 cells. So we call these rectangles cells. I'm going to go back to this cell here. This is an easy fix. Now rather than just doing one cell at a time, let's highlight all of those there because they're all going to have titles in them. Come up here to Format, and then you click that and click Text Wrapping. Come over here to Wrap. There we go. Now it's fit in nice and neatly. Okay, the next thing is the overtime hours worked. See, and it pops back in. Now there are more. I'm just going to pause it while I put the others in so that I don't use all the time doing this. All right, so I've finished putting those different headings in. That's the usual information that you would need if you were organising people's pay. You need to know the standard or the usual hours of work. You need to know how many hours of overtime were worked, the number of orders that were taken, because in this case we're talking about pizza orders. You need to know the standard hourly rate. That means how much the person usually gets paid per hour. There's an overtime rate. This says 1.5. That means that for any hours overtime, the person is going to be paid at 1.5 times 15. So 15 is their standard hourly rate, but in overtime situations, they get paid 1.5. That means the same amount plus half again. And then we also need the rate per order taken. So if they're being paid according to how many orders, this says that they get 90 cents for every order that they take. Now the task says calculate what the wage amount is going to be and calculate how much the person would get if they're paid by piecework. Now, there are ways of doing this mathematically and there are ways of writing it. And it's the same kind of thing, but it's going to look different. Now, this question asks you to show using all of your working out. So you're going to need words for this, not just using the spreadsheet. So I'm going to show you both ways because some of you won't need to be writing this and some of you do. Okay, so if I want to work out how much the person gets, how much I get, how much you get, if you're paid a wage, an hourly rate, what I need to know is I need to know how many hours you worked. I need to know what is the rate for every hour that you get. Then I need to know whether you worked any overtime, and I need to make sure that you are paid according to that overtime. So what really happens is I'm going to do the wage will be standard hours of work, which is up here, and then it's going to be multiplied by. Now, this is the only time on a spreadsheet where I'm going to use the X for times because that's not normally what we use, but I'm going to use it just now. Okay, so the wages will be the standard hours of work multiplied by the standard hourly rate. So that's the regular kind of pay, but then I'm going to add to it plus they're going to also get money for overtime. So that's going to be the hours overtime worked multiplied by their overtime rate, but that has to get multiplied again by their usual rate because otherwise we don't know what it's 1.5 lots of. So I have to do 1.5 times, whoops, that needs to, when you do editing in Excel or in Sheets, you need to do it up here in this bar up here, not in the cells, otherwise it wipes everything out. So overtime hours worked by the overtime rate multiplied by the standard hourly rate. Okay, that's how you're going to work out the wages. Let's try that. Let's put a column over here and say wages. Okay, now in Sheets or in Excel, when you want the computer to do the calculating for you, you type equals first. You have to put that in. If you don't put in equals, you're just going to see the whatever the sum is that you put in. You're not going to see any final amount. So equals first. And what was it again? We said it was going to be the standard hours of work multiplied by. Now, the times that you use is actually the asterisk, which is above 8. So you need shift and the 8 key to get that funny kind of times. Then it's going to be multiplied by the standard hourly rate. That's what we've said down here. Then you're going to add, so use the plus sign. And then it's the overtime hours worked. So I click in that cell. I don't type the number, I'm just going to click in that cell. That's where these numbers come from, the B2, E2 and C2. So the overtime hours worked times by, remember, shift and 8 times by the overtime rate times by the standard hourly rate. Seems like a lot, but at the moment I press enter, look at that. I know that the wages are going to be $330. Okay, let's move on to piecework. Now I'm going to go the other way around this time. Okay, so piecework is how much you get for every order that you take. So we have to start with equals again because that tells the computer to calculate equals. Okay, the number of orders taken, click on that cell rather than looking for that number because if we want to change that number sometime, you don't want to go hunting around and having to type in formulas again. So equals number of orders taken times by, remember shift 8 times by the rate per order taken. Simple as that. Press enter. 441. It's not hard to see after doing this that in the first week it would be better if you said to the boss, oh, I wanted to be paid by piecework, because for these bits of information, for this particular case of 16 hours worked, 4 hours overtime, etc., for this particular case, this person will earn more if they are paid by piecework. So I'm just going to highlight that just so that it kind of makes it stand out a bit as being more. Okay, now how do we write that down when you have to write reports in maths. You have to write it in words what you did. Okay, so what do we do again? So we said, oh, not the piecework, we just say piecework is calculated or worked out. Oops, let's spell it correctly. It's calculated by taking, what do we start with? We said the number of orders taken by taking the number of orders taken and I'm going to get rid of times. I'm going to say the number of orders taken times by, and it was up here, the rate per order. Rate per order taken. Easy done. And you can put in a bit to say the results of doing this are above. Whoops, and we might spell it correctly again. Let's go back and fix up results. Really weird. Of doing this are above. Okay, now nearly running out of time here, so I'm going to end on that and I'm going to do another piece that will show you perhaps how to add in any other things like commission or how to add in the other weeks, but I think most of you know it already. Just a quick thing before you go, something that makes charts look nice is if you, or tables I should say, if you highlight the headings like that, okay, so just held down the left key, dragged along, B for bold, and sometimes a little backfill colour also looks nice, something pale, you don't want it too strong because you've got to still be able to read what you've done. Okay, that just makes it look a bit nicer. Okay, good luck with all of that and ask me if you need a hand.